also have a very special guest, an old-time friend of ours.
And one of
Not that
our-
we're old, but she's an old-time friend.
One of our favorites from Fantasy of Flight, Jennifer Gallagher.
Hello.
So nice
You're
to
supposed
have
to
you
follow
here.
up with
I
that.
know, that's it. This is my segment.
There
He's
you go.
staring at Hank.
Yeah, just you. I like it. I like it. We'll
want
talk
some
to you later.
sunglasses?
So anyhow,
We got some stuff going
okay,
on.
we got a good show going already. Hey, what have we got going on at Fantasy of
We've
Flight?
got lots of stuff happening at Fantasy of Flight, just like we always do. We don't just do one thing at a time. We've got a World War I show coming up April 6th. It's the first time we are
A
having...
World War I show?
Yeah. We have...
Kind of your era.
Oh, no, will you be signing autographs? We're going to be flying some old-time airplanes, weather and airplane permitting. When I was leaving to come here, Kermit had the Fokker DR1 out. I have to slow down on that one just so keep it clean. But it is,
This is a family
the
show.
the Red Baron plane, the triplane.
Oh, wow.
So
really?
he had that out, and then I'm assuming he was going to make sure that was running for the show in a couple weeks, the 6th of April.
So he has the fun of just pulling out whatever
His
airplane he
toys,
wants
yeah.
out of the hangar and taking it for a ride. Well, that's one of the things that makes the collection so special at Fantasy Flight is all these airplanes fly.
Absolutely. Yeah, again, weather and aircraft permitting. I think you learned the hard way. He was trying to get an aircraft up the other day and had a little malfunction. But, when you're dealing with aircraft that some of them are over 100 years old, it's going to happen. But that's coming up April 6th. The next weekend, or the next week, is Sun and Fun Week, like you mentioned. And we've got, we're the host for the Splash-In portion on that Thursday.
That's always a big deal.
Oh, my goodness. It is something. They have some. We went from expecting maybe 30, 40 planes to having over 100 one year, and then again weather plays a big part in how many show up. But it's really fun, and they come out, and that whole week is great for us. Again, you're coming to this area, you're going to come and see Fantasy of Flight.
Now, when you're sponsoring the Splash-In, they're landing on the lake at Fantasy of Flight. Is
Correct.
that the lake that they're landing in, and then they get over to Sun and Fun from there?
Yes, they come in and do competitions. It's not. Some of them come in the day before and camp out like they do over at Sun and Fun. But then that Thursday, the 11th, I think it is, they do competitions all day, spot landings and bombings and all kinds of things on the water.
What kind of competitions? Some people can watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it's all lakeshore. So
Okay.
they line up and check it out, and they do crazy things. Nothing too dangerous.
So
but
what do
it's
they
a
do?
fun
Like
full
put
day.
Hank out there in a circus clown outfit?
And you got to try and dunk him.
Yeah, with water balloons.
We can talk to them about trying to expand that program.
Or just put him out there on a pair of skis, and you have a moving target.
Yeah,
We did have someone ski behind the duck one year.
dropping things on me from the airplane.
Aw.
This is sounding
I
exciting.
know.
So you got- now-
Anything they can take a shot at you, Hank, they will.
Yeah, well.
But then we've got our big show on that Saturday.
Well, first of all, the Sun and Fun Splash-In. Now, these are amphibious. I mean, because you have what we all consider normal seaplanes, but then there's some sea belly land. I can't even remember what they're called.
Flying boats?
Yeah.
They don't have.
Right.
Like there's a few of those.
And they land on the fuselage. And then there's all sorts of different stuff, but that's the 11th of
Yes,
April.
that Thursday.
Okay, so that's 17, that's 19 days, something like that.
Boy, we better get mowing.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Well, I know Sun and Fun is 17 days away,
Okay.
and opening of Sun and Fun, and that's 2 days after. So that's big stuff.
Yeah, it's a great day for us, and hopefully the weather will keep beautiful like it is today, and have a great turnout.
Now, is there a charge for that? I mean, can you come out, or is it?
Yeah, there's just parking.
Okay.
To come out to the lakeside, it's $10 without a Sun and Fun wristband, and $5 with.
Oh, good deal. That's super stuff. And that's from 11 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon.
About that, yeah.
Weather permitting, which, this time of year is always nice.
Yeah, and it depends on, too, how many planes show up and are in competition. They'll just trying to keep as many.
Where do they come from?
All over the world. I mean, we've had one world, mostly the country. I'm sure some come from South America, but that is a Sun and Fun event. We are simply the host, and that's one of those things that people get confused if they want to come and land at our place. Normally, it absolutely comes through us, and we talk about group fly-ins and things like that. But for this event, it is we're simply
sport aviation, but it has a water component to it.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
when you say they're coming from all over the country and there are these amphibious planes,
well, they're not all. They have landing gear, so they can they can land on land as well.
they can land on,
Yeah.
okay, because they're going to have to fly from, I mean,
Exactly.
they're
Yeah,
going to have to
they
make
come and
stops.
they taxi up. Yeah, they're not all like our Sunderland. that is a true flying boat.
Yeah.
That has to get taxied to the water to take off and land. These planes are amphibious planes or seaplanes that have landing gear as well. So they land on the water, and then they've got wheels and
The
they
little
taxi
wheels
up.
that they bolt on, and then they come on up.
Or
on the
they
land.
could also land with that gear at another airport that doesn't have water. Is
Exactly.
that correct? So when they're traveling
They
here,
can refuel and things like
Yeah,
that. They don't have to look
okay.
for a pond somewhere and hope for
That's
the
why
best.
they have wheels.
That's what I understand.
That's what I was clarifying for our viewing
Yeah,
audience.
I understand that. Let's talk about Mustangs and Mustangs.
All right.
Big deal coming
It's
up.
our Sweet 16.
Wow.
You can believe that. Yeah, and more cars every year. Last year we had over 400. This year
All
we're
Mustangs or
No, it's open to all Ford
Ford
classic
dealers?
cars. Yeah.
Okay, or Ford owners, I should say.
Yeah, we've seen some really just beautiful stuff out there. It's really just a great day for us. And we, of course, feature our P-51 Mustangs, invite other P-51s to fly in. And over the years, we've had quite a few. This year, I'm hoping for a Corsair to fly in. I have a good authority that a friend of ours with a Corsair
Now,
is
what's a
gonna fly in.
Corsair?
It's a Navy plane. It's
Okay.
one of that featured in our carrier deck.
Uh-huh.
It is super cool. The wings fold up, so it parks on the carrier.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that, in
Some
fact,
other
I
loud
think,
stuff flying in.
You remember Matt Bablitz from Cypress Gardens? He's a Navy pilot, and I think he has flown the Corsair.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one fly yet, so I'm really excited. Ours is centered in our attraction where Fighter Town was, so it's
Yeah.
exciting to see big stuff flying in and loud stuff. And, we're going to have some lookalikes and some entertainment, and it's just a really wonderful day to come out and view the collection and see just so much more bang for your buck on a day like that.
Well, Mustangs and Mustangs is April 13th.
Yes,
So
that's
all
it.
this stuff is going on, and we're going to talk to Stacy in just a
Oh, great.
minute about, what's happening out at Sun and Fun, which is, and I emphasize more the fun than I do the sun, but it's, we're going to get an update there in a minute.
Good.
But Mustangs and Mustangs, 16th annual, and it's April 13th from 10 in the morning until 6 p.m. So you have a full day out there.
Yeah, we're usually about 4. The show kind of winds down, and we're
Okay.
yeah. So we close at 5.
Yeah, that's
So just don't plan on
happy
coming
hour.
out later. Yeah, I've got stuff to It's Saturday night. No.
But the P-51 Mustang will be there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
both of ours, and who knows how many guest
Kermit gonna fly?
appearances. Absolutely,
Is it?
yeah, hope so.
That'll be cool. Every once in a while, we'll see him
Kermit.
flying around. I don't know what he's doing. I guess he just likes to fly.
Testing?
It. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get him warmed up.
And I imagine you need to get that aircraft out and flying on a somewhat of a scheduled basis, just so that it's just not sitting all
Exactly,
the time,
yeah.
to keep things lubricated in the engine and just to make sure that they're running properly.
Functional. Yeah, that's a lot of people don't understand. Oh, well, so you can take any plane out of this collection and fly it today. Well, not necessarily. Just because they're in flyable condition, sometimes the engines are pickled, like you say, and they kind of preserve them. So when they're not moving that off, they don't get corroded and things rot out. So when he's going to fly something, it goes through an annual and the engines get checked and all that sort of stuff. So
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's some neat stuff.
Imagine the risk factor goes up a little bit there, too.
Oh,
It's scary seeing your bread and butter flying a 100-year-old airplane out there, yeah, but he knows what he's doing.
Talk to us about legends and legacies. I know that last year we talked
I
about
can help out there. I'm a legend. You're a
legacy. And it still gets ugly sometimes.
See, you were
started off
pelting
here.
him with water balloons. So
Oh, that's
touche.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the clown outfit.
You seem to forget about those awful quick.
I got your back.
Thank you.
Yeah. World War I is coming up. That's the event on that Saturday.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Yeah. And then, I guess a month later, we're having a D-Day
May 3rd
symposium.
through the 4th is at least what my cheat sheet
Yeah,
says here.
good. I don't have one.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Normandy and beyond.
Yeah.
D-Day, Normandy and beyond.
Yes.
I mean, that's...
And we've got a superstar from that. We've got the C-47 airplane that actually participated in D-Day. That was the one
Really?
that Kermit bought over last year, and it's wonderful to be able to have that on collection, in addition to some of the men that actually were there and reunite them. It's magical.
Maybe we ought to invite some of our folks from Washington, D.C. to come up or come down and a little reminder about what
Yeah.
it took to get this country where it is today.
Yeah.
And preserving that, of course, is fantasy of flight. And so we certainly appreciate that. The First World War, you've got historians talking about the first, real global conflict. I can't remember when that started, I want to say, is 1917.
Oh, do not fact check with me, sir. I do not have a cheat sheet.
Boy, I can't remember.
I was talking about
We're going to
Mustangs.
get a viewer
I certainly wasn't there.
correct
Yeah.
me on that one. But
Yeah,
I think
believe me, they'll talk to you about the airplanes, and if something was not correct on that airplane, they will write in, or if a Jeep had a sticker that wasn't on the sticker originally. There are historians out there, and I am not one of them, but we're inviting Jack Tunstall from University of South Florida to come, and he's going to be our expert that day, and he's written books, and just fascinating guy, and we'll talk about some historic battles, how airplanes were introduced, and how that changed the way we really engage in warfare forever.
Okay, all this information. We have 16th annual Mustangs and Mustangs. We have the Sun and Fun Splash-In, which is on April 11th, April 6th, Legends and Legacies Symposium Series. And then the D-Day, Normandy and Beyond, May 3rd through the 4th. Where can people get more information other than just
Us making things
continually
up?
watching you on this show? Tell us
Flounder,
about
www.
That's all, folks.
Fantasyofflight.com.
Fantasyofflight.com.
That's it.
Spell it all out.
Okay, yeah, www.fantasyofflight.com.
Man, you'd be a good
very
teacher. I know where you can put the dunce hat.
Oh,
too.
yeah. All right, for those of you playing the home game and keeping score.
I'm in timeout.
Yeah.
At least I haven't been expelled. So.
At least I had my own chair in the principal's office.
You get him back.
Mark, have a seat again, Mr. Jackson.
All right. Jennifer, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very
It's always a
much. Enjoyed
pleasure.
it.
Always fun having you on.
I still want to call her Montague, Jennifer Montague, but it's Gallagher now.
It's Mrs. Gallagher
It'll
now.
take me a couple of years to
That's
get used
okay.
to that.
Me too.
Yeah.
And he says my wife, I still look around.
Oh, I see.
Great stuff. Once again, thanks.
Thank you.